Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be yet another ranking video. Because I haven't done those in a while, and yeah, I feel like I should get back to doing these things. Did a Beyblade X part list ranking a couple months ago. I think like actually like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, a couple months ago. And since then we got some more stuff to review. And we'll see, and we'll just go part by part from the each row. So, Giant Sword. You know, I thought this blade would... Actually, this blade's still, like, pretty much... actually, I'm gonna put it at low P tier. I mean, you could use it, but it's really not recommended if it's a worn blade. Grand Dagger is slightly better, but I would say it's, like, a low A tier. Because, yeah, it's not really that good of a... Buster, I'm going to put it in, S tier. Dran Buster is like the best of the Dran base because you can still use it competitive. Cobalt Dragoons, why did I say Cobalt Dragoon? Cobalt Drake is the same way because of its weight. Speaking of Cobalt Dragoon's also, yep, Cobalt Dragoon is the same here. And all of the bays in the Cobalt lineup. Cobalt Drake, Cobalt Dragoon, and then the actually Empire Drake. In Chrome, every bay in Chrome's lineup of bays are all S tier because of their meta-defining weights and their meta-defining competence. Shark Edge, Shark Edge is just Shark Edge. Honestly, it is still a decent blade, but I feel like it's better than Grand Dagger, but it's not at the... It still hits hard, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's like still as meta as it is. Phoenix Feather. It's under Grand Dagger. No, it's under Grand Sword because it's just a lighter version of Grand Sword. Phoenix Wing we're gonna put in S tier, obviously, because every meta-defining blade that is like heavy weight goes in like the higher tier. Phoenix Rudder, on the other hand, I'll put it below Drain Dagger because actually no, I'm gonna put it below Phoenix Rudder because I haven't really seen anyone use Phoenix Rudder in a competitive combo. Maybe you could put it on taper, probably 970 taper or 960 taper, and then it'll be doing good. Okay. Tyranno Beat. It's S tier, but a very low S tier, high A tier because of it does have some meta prowess. So Arrow Pegasus next, we're gonna put it in S tier because yeah, again, Arrow Pegasus is one of the meta defining blades of Beyblade X as of right now. So that's why I'm putting it up there. Dragos, they're fine, I guess. Probably like above. I'm gonna say these are above. The Barrage version, I'm gonna put it below because the Barrage version is significantly weaker. But I'm gonna put the upper attack version here because yeah, it's good. Samurai Saber. I'm gonna put this in. Let's put this in the lowest B tier because you can use it as I've shown in my upgrading Samurai Saber video of the Samurai Saber 960 flat, which can do decently well against Leon Crest, but that's not really saying much about skill level. Really depends on how you use Samurai Saber, but you could also use it in a stamina combination, defense combination, balance combination. You can use it in any type of combination. It's basically just a balanced blade. Some odd reason, even though it has an attack driver. Attack bit. We're going through all the blades, then we're going to go to the ratchets, then we're going to go to the bits. That's how this is structured. Night Shield, C tier. Yeah, you don't really see Night Shield used in the meta that often anymore, and for a good reason, because Night Shield isn't really that competitive anymore because of how unbalanced it is, how lightweight it is. Even though it's like 33 grams, it's not really that much of a, that good of a weight. Now we have Night Lance, again in the same like realm, but I'll say I'll put it a little higher than Night Shield because Unlike Night Shield, Night Lance has a bit more of an attack power to it, which could be good for a balanced combination. Night Mail, we're gonna put it higher than both of them, because Night Mail, I'm gonna put it mid A tier. I'm not gonna put this thing in S tier because even though it's like a heavyweight blade, it's not really that heavy. So yeah, because attack combinations on these are absolutely busted. So I'm actually gonna put it in high A tier. Rhino. We already know where I'm gonna put Rhino Horn. Actually, I'm gonna put it C tier since the lowest of C tier. I don't think it's that bad of a blade if you know how to use it. If you know how to use Rhino Horn, I feel like you can do decently well with it. Sphinx Cowl, on the other hand, yeah, it's gonna be. Literally, no one knows how to use Sphinx Cowl. Literally, I have not heard a single person or seen a single video of someone trying to turn Sphinx Cowl into a good Beyblade. Knife Shinobi. It's better than Rhino Horn, so I'll just put it over here. Shinobi Shadow, we're just gonna put in this tier because Shinobi Shadow's way too lightweight. Maybe putting it on Hexa would be good, but then again, that's putting very lightly. It doesn't win any battles, so yeah. Black Shell. I'm gonna put it in high C tier. High C tier, low B tier. That's how this is. That's how this is gonna go. Black Shell, I'd say Black Shell is a high C tier because it has slightly better attack power than Night Lance. Actually, Night Lance is still like a very good balance attacker, but Black Shell just has some better recoil. Golem Rock, and actually good defense type. So we're actually good defense type that is good at defense. So we're just gonna put it at a low A tier, high B tier. I'm just gonna put low A tier because I don't know where to put it, but I'm just gonna slot it in mid A tier. Bear Scratch. Come on, we're not gonna put it. We're not gonna put it any higher than low C. Wizard Arrow. The blade isn't really that good, so we're just gonna have to put it probably mid C tier. I mean, you know how if you know how to use Wizard Arrow, you could do this. All right, we're gonna put this on the S tier. Wizard Rod is the menace of Beyblade X because of how good it is and how competitive. Oh my goodness, it's so unfolded. I still have a lot more to go for this list. Basically, Wizard Rod is good in its weight distribution and how round it is. But then again, Night Mail and Dram Buster and Impact Drake could probably knock it down a peg and probably actually defeat it. Wyvern Gale. Wyvern Gale, I'd say, is probably mid C tier as well because again, Wyvern Gale, if you know how to use it, you know how to use it. Viper Tail. I know someone's gonna hate me. So I know someone's gonna hate me when I put it in this list. Okay, I'm just gonna put it low. I'm gonna put it at low B tier, high C tier, because you could find some use in a niche attack combination for this. But yeah, it's not really that good. It's not really that good of a bay when it comes to its actual stock combo, or in its specific blade combo. Silver Wolf. I'm gonna put this in the same tier, or around the same tier as I'm gonna put it high A tier. High A tier is where it's gonna go because actually Silver Wolf combinations are pretty much S tier, but I'm not gonna embellish it too much because hold on, wait, no, actually, no. Silver Wolf literally has no flaws actually, so I'm just gonna put it in S tier. Silver Wolf is way too powerful of a blade to be used because of its free spin gimmick and how it's literally just it literally looks like a shell. Talentera has the same feelings for me as Viper Tail, but I'm gonna put it slightly higher than Viper Tail because you can get some good defense out of this, as shown in my turning Talentera into a different type video, turning it into a defense balance type, putting Hex on it. Hex, for some reason, Hex 716 Hexa really give Talentera a better defense. Ghost Circle, no. The lowest of low D tier. Ghost Circle is literally one of the low. I can speak. Ghost Circle is one of the lightest blades in Beyblade X, and actually pretty much the lightest of them all. The Hell's Bays, we're just gonna put. We're gonna put above Dragon Dagger, but below Golem Rock. These two, and then we're just gonna put it, and then we're gonna put this one there. All the Hell's Bays are like A and B tier base because, yeah, even though, if this was like back then, I would say that Hell's Scythe would be at like, I'd be the higher range. It would probably be at like, low S tier. They aren't really that competitively viable now because of how outclassed they are when it comes to Silver Wolf. So when it comes to these meta-defining blades like Silver Wolf, Wizard Rod, Era Pegasus, Tyranno Beat, Phoenix Wing, Impact Drake, Cobalt Dragoon, Cobalt Drake, and Grand Buster. Now we got the Leon Bays. Nizuma's gonna kill me if he finds this video, but I'm gonna put this in a mid B tier, probably around the same range as a Samurai Saber. It's decent, but you can't really find a niche use for it. You can find a niche. You can find a niche balance combo for this, but I don't really recommend using it. Leon Crest, on the other hand, is just probably better. It's gonna be like high mid B tier. Unicorn Sting. It's round, but not really much else to say on it. It's like, what else to say on it? It's decently low. I'm gonna put this above Leon Crest because it's good. It's slightly better than Leon Crest because the rounder. Weiss Tiger. This thing. I don't really know what to say on Weiss Tiger. Weiss Tiger is just Weiss Tiger. I don't know why I said that. Weiss Tiger isn't really that good of an attack type, or not, actually, it isn't that good of a balance type because of it's trying to do everything at once, but not set in a specific. I mean, that's what balance types are, but I don't really see it being used that much. So I'm just gonna put it above Wizard Arrow. Whale Wave. I'm gonna put this in. Actually, it's gonna be shocking, but I'm gonna put this in a high A tier, but not in low S tier. This is because Wizard. No. Why did I say Wizard? Whale Wave has not that good of an attack power. It has good weight, and it could be used as a good attacker. But the thing is, it's like way too high for like a low attack combination, or like if you put in a low attack combination for it to do any significant damage. In my opinion, at least from what I feel would work. Crimson Garuda, I'm gonna put this in like around the same as Weiss Tiger because yeah, that's not really that good. As for Shelter Drake, I'm gonna put this in like a low B tier. It's in the same boat as like Viper Tail because it's good. It's like decent for attack, but I don't really think that's its main purpose. Tusk Mammoth, I'm gonna put this in a like a mid C tier. I don't know why it sounds like a C tier. Okay, we're just gonna put these off on Dranzer, Rigger. Draseel's a little higher, so I'm just gonna put this. I'm gonna put this at like low C tier because I think you could find some use for Draseel S. Now we gotta move on to the lock chips. Now actually we're moving on to the CX stuff. This takes up an entire row. You've got to be kidding me. And I still got the ratchets and the bits. Oh my goodness. Okay, all the lock chips are the same, but Grand. Okay, we're just gonna put them all in a. Since EX is a little taller, but it's still decently well for attack, I'm gonna put them all in B tier. They're all good for in their own uses. I'm gonna put them all in B tier. That's my ranking. Dran has like the best lock ability. I'm gonna put Lizard Arrow, the Wizard lock chip, at the lowest because from videos I've seen, which means like only one video that I saw from Illinook, with the Wizard lock chip has like the worst lock ability. All right, let's move on to the blades. The Brave Blade. I feel like it has some potential. It could work for good attack combinations. So I'm just gonna put it at like probably mid B tier. Probably I'm just gonna put it in mid B tier. But then again, we need some more testing for that to happen. We need more testing from other stuff to see. The Dark Blade. Dark is fine, but it isn't really something to write home about. I'm gonna put it at like the. I'm gonna put it above the barrage mode of why is it moving so much? Putting this above the barrage mode of Drago, but I'm gonna put this below Hell's Hammer. The Arc Blade. I don't really see anyone trying to justify using the Arc Blade. So I'm gonna put the Arc Blade somewhere right here. Because it looks about the same as the Samurai Saber, which means that you could get it some good stamina, some good like balance out of this. Reaper Blade, we don't really have much to say on it. So I'm just gonna put it in the same vein as like I'm gonna put this like in between Samurai Saber and Talon-Terra. Now we move on to the Assist Blades, which I'm gonna put the Slash Blade at the same as the Brave Blade, because these two go hand in hand, and Slash could be good for attack combinations if you want to turn a certain blade into attack type. Bumper. Bumper is not really that good in my opinion, but you could find some use for it. But that use is really up to your numbers. So I'm just gonna put this. I'm gonna put this in between Talon-Terra and Viper Tail. Honestly, I'm not really know what to say on this. I'm going to be getting Dran Brave soon, so maybe my feelings on Dran Brave will change. Probably, I don't know. Round is like a very tall assist blade, so I'm gonna put it at the lowest of B tier because I'm actually gonna put it at like a mid C tier. The turn, again, we don't have much to say on it, but it's pretty rounded, so possibly good for defense. I'm gonna put this higher than Bumper. I said higher than Bumper. Alright, then we have the Charge Blade. I think this is what it's called, Charge. It's a horn-based blade, so yeah, not really much to say on this, but I'm gonna put this the lowest of the assist blades because you can't really find actually no, the second lowest of assist blades because you really can't find any use. I don't think you can find any use for this because of how it's structured. 080. Now we'll finally move on to the ratchets actually, and we don't have that much left for this thing. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows left. And okay, first thing we have is like the Ratchet 080. It's just meh, in my opinion. So, I mean, I've heard multiple things of people saying that it bursts too much. I can kind of say that it could burst a lot. So I'm gonna take the word for it. I'm gonna put it at like a mid C tier. 160. I'm gonna put 160 at a at S tier because you can still use 160 in your combinations and they would still be good. 180 on the other hand, it's just 180. One-sided ratchets like 180 are not that good. Like seriously. I'm going to actually no. This it's better than 080. Two-sided ratchets. Sorry, no. I actually know how to feel about them. I have 260 and 270. 270 is like more burst prone in my opinion. But I'm just gonna put all these in low C tier. Actually, D tier fits better. Because I don't think you can find any type of use to use for the zero-sided ratchets. Alright, now we get on to the good ratchets. 360. It's at the same level as 160. 370, about the same because you know it's just a slight height increase. So you don't really get any more. 180, no, 380 is something I'd say goes in. You could find use for it, but I feel like you shouldn't use 380, so that's why I'm gonna put in mid tier. 385. Nah, I don't think. Okay, it's good, but not great. I'm gonna put it below 080 because I feel like you could burst more with. Actually, no. I'm gonna put it between 180 and 080 because since it's more rounded, you could have a less chance of bursting. But I'm not really confident on that. 455. I'm going to put this at a reasonable mid C tier. Only because of the, and I'm putting it higher than these three ratchets because it's at the lowest height, but could still burst. 460. I'm gonna put it at the same tier as Shark Edge. Actually, right next to Shark Edge because Shark Edge is you can use 460 on Shark Edge, and it would still do good. 470. I'm gonna put this at a mid C tier, low mid C tier, because yeah, I know they're gonna find to use this for 470. 480. Garbage. You can't really find a good use for it. The 5 ratchets. 560. That's an S tier part. I mean, can you really blame me for saying that's a S tier part? I mean, like, you can't go wrong with a 560, and 560 is still, I feel like 560 is still can be properly used in the meta on combos like Wizard, something like that. Probably could also be used on Dragoon or Drown Buster. Probably you could 570 hexa combinations on Wizard's Rod are very prevalent, so I'm gonna say that it's gonna work reasonably well. 580. I think this is the only 80 height ratchet that I'd say is on the same level as like 380. Because, you know, okay, 660. It really depends on how you use the blade. No, actually, it really depends on how you use the. It really depends on how you use the rack. And hold on, wait, my mouse pad just died, so switch this out. Click that in. All right, so the thing about 660, I feel like it could have some good meta dominance, so I'm just gonna put this at like low A tier. No, actually no, high A tier, low S tier. I'm putting it at high A tier because I don't have that part yet, and I want to wait until I get Dram Brave to test 660's. 680 on the other hand, it's not that good. I'm gonna put this at like low C tier because from what I've seen on Perseus Dark, the blades are more exposed, and it is just a worse 580. 760. Yeah, you could use 760 in combination because 760 can be used on like a 760 hexa on Silver Wolf, which are pretty good combinations. 770 is about the same. Is the same way because 770 is just like a slightly embellished 760. 780, I don't really know. I feel like you could also use 80 this 70 height this 80 height ratchet because of how well it could work. The 9-sided ratchets, obviously 960 and 970 are going to be S tier parts because the 9 ratchets are basically like perfect for competitive. If you want to get into competitive, I recommend you get the you try and get 960 and 970. And if you were to get a competitive, all these parts on S tier you really need. If you want to get into competitive, I recommend all these parts because of how meta they are. And now we got 980. 980 is 980 is one of the only part ratchets that I'd say aren't really that good. So I'm just gonna put this at like a below 580. Because now we move on to the bits. Finally, after this, finally we get the bits. Flat. I feel like flat still has this meta defining prowess, so you could still use flat. It's just gonna be like a low tier part. Low flat. Low flat is an S tier part because you can use it on Dram Buster, and it could serve you well. Now we have Gear Flat. Gear Flat is a B tier part. It's fun, but I don't feel like you can use it. Actually, never mind. Never mind. For me, I'd put Gear Flat in S tier. If you put Gear Flat on Dram Buster, it's pretty much like you can actually beat combos like Leon Crest. But I feel like you could also be like a Wizard Rod with it. Rush. You already know what I'm gonna say about Rush. Rush is a S tier part because of how meta defining it is and the fact that it's like a really good attack bit. I'm gonna say, how many times have I said meta defining in this entire video? I don't know. Excel. Garbage. Rubber Excel. Also garbage. Now, the Rubber Excel fans may kill me over that, but honestly, Rubber Excel isn't really that good of a bit to use. Quake is the same way for me. Now we have Cyclone. Cyclone fares decently well. I feel like you can use Cyclone in competitive if you want to have an alternative to Rush, but it's very low compared to Rush. Alright, Vortex. Vortex is basically the same. Vortex is kind of basically the same as Cyclone, but I'll put it lower since I want to wait till I get Dram Braid to actually give a proper defense. Level. I'm gonna put level at no. Why am I moving Hell's Hammer? Level is an S tier part because of Phoenix Wing on level that I tested in the Attack or Nothing deck, and it could also be used in Drake, Cobalt Dragoon, Dram Buster, Trimaner Beat, Phoenix Wing. Actually, I say it's doing already Era Pegasus, blades like that. Needle. I haven't really seen anyone use Needle, so I'm just gonna put this like a. I haven't really seen anyone use the Needle bits. Needle bits aren't really something that Needle bits aren't really something that I can use. Similarly to the Bounce Spike, I'm putting like most of the Needle bits in. Like, I'm going to put under Needle in like low A tier because you could find a niche use for it, but I don't feel like you can use it. Dot actually will go in like a lower. It's like basically under Needle, but you just can't. Okay, and Wedge I feel like could have some use, but it's like probably at the same level as under Needle because I don't feel like you could find a niche use for it, but you could use it. Ball, you already know how I feel about Ball. You already know how most people feel about Ball actually, not just me. Ball is a really good stamina bit because of how it is. Disc Ball is kind of the same way, but I'd say Disc Ball is like mid B tier, high mid B tier because you could use it on Hell Scythe, and it could work. Gear Ball, on the other hand, I'm gonna put it at the same tier as all the other bits. Free Ball, you could use Free Ball it. Why'd I say Free Ball it? free ball you could use on like Silver Wolf or Wizard Rod, and you could use as well. No. Why I say under? I mean low orb. Low orb. I feel like could have similar problem to Disc Ball. So I'm just gonna say that. Orb. They don't call it a banned part for nothing, but I'm gonna put this at S tier because it's on the same level as free ball and the ball. Glide, I feel like could have like a low B tier. Paper could have a good use, so I'm just gonna put this at like a high A tier. Actually, next to flat. High taper. Next to glide, because I don't really see anyone use high taper anymore. Kick. The kick bit. Probably on the same level as taper, but I'm gonna put lower than taper because it's just more hexa. Hexa. I'm gonna put this at Hexa sort of lost its boom, but it's still sort of meta defining, so I'm just gonna put this at A tier, low A tier, actually high A tier, low S tier. And we're gonna put these bits where I feel like they go. Point an S tier part because you could use like Phoenix Wing on point, but that combo sort of lost its flair as well. Gear point, I feel like you could also use Gear point, like in the same vein as like point, but I'm gonna put it in between flat and taper. Trans point, you could use it on Night Mail, so I'm gonna put it in the same tier as Night Mail, which that means we're gonna be putting it in none other than low mid A tier. Unite, I haven't seen anyone use Unite, so I'm going to put this in a low C tier. Elevate, I already knew I'm going to put Elevate. Cobalt Dragoon on 560 Elevate is one of the veins of the meta Beyblade X. Keep in mind, this video will be uncut, so everything I say here will not be cut in the video. So, and then we have we have the incompleted list of Beyblade X parts. So going by each tier, we have Grand Buster, Cobalt Dragoon, Cobalt Drake, Cobalt Dragoon, Impact Drake, Phoenix Wing, Tyranno Beat, Arrow Pegasus, Wizard Rod, Silver Wolf, 160, 360, 370, 960, 970, 560, 570, 760, 770, low flat, gear flat, rush, low rush, cyclone, vortex, level, ball, free ball, orb, point, and elevate in the S tier. A tier we have Hexa, flat, gear point, paper, kick, 660, whale wave, night mail, trans point, shark edge, 460, golden rock, hell's scythe, hell's chain, iron dagger, under needle, and wedge. In the B tier, we have a lot in B tier, so we're just gonna run it. Dot, Barrage Mo, Drago, Grand Sword, Phoenix Wing, the Phoenix Feather, Low Orb, Disc Ball, 380, 780, 580, 980, Unicorn Sting, Slash, Brave, Leon Crest, Phoenix Sweater, Al's Hammer, Dark, Barrage Mode, El Drago, Leon Crest, Leon Claw, Arc, Samurai Saber, Reaper, and then we have Pantera, Turn, Bumper, Viper Tail, Shelter Drake, and all the lock chips, the Charge Blade, and then we have Glide and High Taper. See here we have a lot more here. We have Black Shell, Night Shield, Night Shield, actually both of the first two Night Bays, Ground, Tusk Mammoth, 455, 180, 385, 080, Night Shinobi, Ice Tiger, Garuda, 470, Wizard Arrow, Wyvern Gale, Rhino Horn, Bear Scratch, Savage Bear, Six Cowl, Drisseel, 680, Excel, Rubber Excel, Quake, Needle, High Needle, Metal Needle, Gear Needle, Spike, Gear Ball, Cloud Spike, and then we have the D tier, which is two of the the four of the lightest blades, actually the four lightest blades in Beyblade X, all the two-sided ratchets, and 480. Anyways, this video has gone on long enough. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time. Goodbye, folks.